I'm doing a behind the scenes look at what it's like to try to start a life coaching business. This is episode 2. Let's party. So, I've got about a week left. I've got 4 days of work left in my bartending job, and then I'm quitting. In the last video, I mentioned that I had about a month left, and we're at the end of that time. So, just about to quit my bartending job, so I'm going to have no fixed income, and everything's going to be reliant on whatever I make from coaching. So we're just about to jump off the cliff here, and we're getting ready for it. Here are some of the things I've done since the last video. I joined something called Toastmasters, and it's a group of people who help each other learn to present and speak in public. And it's a very supportive group. It's awesome. I joined because I was like, okay, let me try to network. And then when I went to one of these functions to check it out, I was just kind of taken by it. I was like, this is awesome. Like, what a great group of people and a great skill to cultivate. So, either way, you get to network with awesome individuals. But even if I get no, quote unquote business from it, it's just an awesome thing, and I would totally do it anyways. So that's a good thing. And I started doing that, which is awesome. I go once a week and learn how to speak, do that stuff there. What else have I done? I set up an arrangement where I go to one of the finer steakhouses here in Las Vegas, and I talk to their wait staff about how they can deal with work situations that could potentially be stressful. And that really only takes I talk for 6 to 8 minutes once a month. And I don't really know what comes of that, but I feel like, hey, at the worst, I get to put myself out there and I get to practice speaking in front of people. So, there's that. And then I talked to the owner of the gym that I work out at, and I was like, hey, let me come in here, teach people how to stick to habits, create new habits. That seems like it would go hand in hand with people that are going to the gym or thinking about joining a gym. And he was like, yeah, set it all up and let me know. So I got the green light on that front to do that, which is cool. We're making headway, it feels like. The worst case scenario is that we're learning in all of these endeavors, and that's a good thing, I feel. I talked to my coach, and my coach recommended that I put together a kind of a program where I teach people something. It could either be like a day intensive or maybe do it over the course of a couple weeks. And I decided to go do a 4-week program. And yeah, it's kind of funny because when I put it together, I keep having these questions pop up because I'm like, is that vague? That's too vague, But he's just like, you got to learn, you're in the vague stage right now for whatever reason. The actual tangible problem that I quote unquote solve is a little elusive. It's very intangible. It's kind of like, hey, I'm sports system. You could use this, which I believe, but as far as selling it goes, it's a little more difficult for me, I'm finding. So we're just putting that together and we're just going for it and, taking mental notes, see what I got to learn, from there. I also spent $2,000 last week buying another program, an 8-week course where she's going to, hopefully give me some sort of curriculum or format to hone in on my quote unquote gifts and how I can become more tangible in what I offer, and then create what she calls a signature program. It's something that's just me that I offer other people. So that's what's new since last month. And before I share some other little wins with you guys, I'd like to take you through what my average workday looks like right now. And also, since you're here, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe, because that makes me feel really good. My average day looks like I wake up. My mornings look identical every single morning. I wake up, I make my bed, I go to the bathroom, I open the back door, I take my dog out. There you go, Kaya. Go potty, enjoy. Then I brush my teeth while she's outside. Then I bring her inside. Then I go meditate. And then I write in my gratitude journal. And then I write in my intention journal for the day. I have a daily, what are my focuses for the day, just to help organize my mind and focus it on what's the main focus of the day. And I do that. And then I do a little light stretching, very light. And then if it's a gym day, I run to the gym after that and get the gym out of the way. the gym honestly is like free time for me. There are times when I will save my workout if it's a gym day for maybe 2 hours after I meditate and do my journaling. And the reason for that is because the gym feels like a release for me. It feels like, oh, okay, I like the gym. So I use it to give my mind a break. So I work for a little bit and then I will take a break from the work and then go work out. And when I get done with my workout, I'll come home, shower, and be like, okay, now let's do some more work. A lot of my work is just on the computer. I consider posting on social media work, whether I'm writing a long post, a short post, or whatever. I consider that work. So posting on social media, writing any emails, reaching out to whoever I have to reach out to, and then creating whatever program or speech that I'm working on. So I do that. When I start to get tired, I'll be like, okay, time to take the dog for a walk. And then I'll grab Kaya and I'll be like, Kaya, let's go. And then I'll take Kaya outside, which is good for me too, honestly. And it teaches me to not be selfish because sometimes I want to not take Kaya out and be selfish and just do my own thing. But then after I take her out, I always feel better. And I say, man, you know what? Don't be selfish. The dog needs a walk and needs to get out there and run around and play. So I take that, 30, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, and let her do her thing, go out there. And then I come back and I do a little more work. And then at some point I'll, squeeze in dinner and then maybe unwind by reading. Or if I really want to, I'll write a little more, do a little more work. And that's pretty much what my average day looks like. As far as results go, I did have 2 discovery calls, which isn't a lot, but it's not bad. We're making headway. And a discovery call, in case you're not familiar, is essentially like a consultation. It's what coaches call a consultation, where you pretty much get on the phone with somebody for 20 to 40 minutes and qualify them, see if you can help them, see if they feel that you can help them, and yeah. And then from there, if everything goes well and the qualification process is a thumbs up, then you say, okay, let's set up a coaching session and see how it feels. Give them kind of a freebie, like 1 hour freebie coaching session. And if I've done my job correctly and I've qualified them properly, then with a very high percentage at the end of that first session, they'll be like, this is cool. I see value in this. Sign me up. So we set up one of those out of those 2 calls. The other one, disappeared, which I have noticed for me at my current level of skill tends to happen with a high percentage. But hey, it is what it is. We're learning. Bartending has still been, I don't want to say getting in my way because, that's how I make my living right now for another week. But it's eaten into a lot of the time that I want to spend networking, because really that's what I want to be doing, getting out there. What I've noticed is I got to network, and you don't just go network and start selling people stuff. You network to meet people, to create relationships with them so that they kind of know me. And then the more they know me to this deeper degree, the more some people are like, you're all right, dude. I like you. I know you do this thing, right? So can you help me? And that happens occasionally. And that's my current approach. So social media is a big part of that. It seems like I network largely in person, or I go to meet new people, whether it's Toastmasters or whether it's at a restaurant or whether it's at this gym that I go hold a workshop at. And then I get certain number of people into my community on social media. So I get people in my community, and then over time, people that are in my community are like, hey, and they say something, and then maybe a conversation starts from there. I'm currently working with 4 clients, which was the same as last video, and I'm thankful to have them. And I feel optimistic that I'm about to pick up 1 or 2 more in the next week or 2. So that's good. And yeah, those clients just reached out to me, as I discussed earlier. So I'm thankful for that. I'm currently still charging the same amount, which is a pretty small amount. And honestly, when I initially dialed my prices back from what my coach had suggested, I felt like I don't deserve to charge this much. And it's beginning to shift. It hasn't fully shifted yet, but it's beginning to shift. So I've started to feel that, okay, there is value in this and I can charge a little more, not because I need to, but because, oh, just like the last dude that reached out to me was like, hey man, I just need some help, and it wasn't about me trying to take advantage of him. It was about me recognizing that I can help this person, like this is a good service. So that was a good feeling to begin to have. So I'm going to start trying to be cognizant of the people I talk to and push my prices up a little, not a lot, just a little. I got to stay in alignment with my values. I'm not trying to milk anybody or just get everything I can out of them. But, I definitely don't want to feel this pressure of money. So, I'm making headway there, which is a good thing. Yeah. So I'm learning to value myself more, which is awesome because, hey, I'm of value. Everybody's of value, but we got to feel that, So I'm learning that, which is an awesome thing. So that's pretty much it. The day in the life right now. But if you want to see it and you want to see more or something else, you just let me know and we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. And I look forward to touching base with you guys again because, I don't know, it's fun to let you guys in. Let's do this.